It's time now for a check of the top business news stories. I'm joined by our business editor, Kate Moody. Hi there, Kate. Now, there's a new report out suggesting that hackers have been targeting the companies which will be involved in the shipping of doses of the coronavirus vaccine. What more do we know at this stage?
Well, it's a pretty alarming report coming from security experts at IBM. They say that hackers appear to be trying to disrupt or steal information about the cold chain, which is a crucial part of keeping the vaccines that are being rolled out at the ultra-low temperatures that are needed for them to be effective. IBM says it's uncovered a targeted campaign that's been underway since September. Researchers, medical groups, government agencies have been receiving phishing emails from someone impersonating an executive at a Chinese medical firm. IBM says the goal appears to have been to harvest credentials, possibly to gain future unauthorized access to corporate networks and sensitive information relating to the vaccine distribution. Now, we don't know who is behind this hacking operation. IBM says it believes that it could be a foreign government. There have been previous separate warnings about hacking attempts by Russian, Chinese, and North Korean entities. Now, maintaining that cold chain from laboratories where the vaccine is made throughout the shipping process to distribution hubs is a really delicate and expensive undertaking. For now, there's no indication that process has been compromised, but it's certainly a reminder of just what's at stake here, both in terms of intellectual property rights and also public health.
Okay, now in the United States, weekly unemployment claims have hit their lowest level since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, Kate.
Tom, we're still, though, at nearly 3 times the pre-pandemic average, but the 712,000 new applications for unemployment benefits last week was the lowest since that peak of nearly 7 million in a single week that we saw back in March. Claims had been rising for about 3 weeks in November. The Thanksgiving holiday last week may have skewed this latest batch of data. The number of coronavirus infections in the United States continues to rise. More states and cities are imposing restrictions again. And economists continue to warn that more layoffs could be on the horizon and that the labor market could remain very weak for very many months to come. In total, some 20 million people were receiving some kind of unemployment benefits last week. That's compared to just 1.5 million about a year ago.
Okay, and just lastly, Boeing has announced the first order so far of this revamped 737 MAX jet. Now, that, of course, is a variety of plane that was involved in 2 major plane accidents, resulting in the whole fleet being grounded.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the first order that's come in since that second deadly accident nearly 2 years ago, Tom. Ryanair says it's going to be buying 75 of those jets with the updated software that's been released by Boeing. This is on top of a previous Ryanair order for about 135 MAX planes. We don't know the exact price, although both companies have confirmed that there was a modest discount for that order. The Irish low-cost carrier saying it has great confidence not only in the plane, but in the near future recovery of the aviation industry as the coronavirus vaccine is rolled out and allows people to start traveling again. Now, this is a really big step for Boeing as it tries to rebuild both carriers and the public's confidence in its products. Just yesterday, American Airlines flew a 737 MAX plane with members of the media aboard. It was ahead of a first commercial flight with that model that's planned for the end of December. The MAX fleet, as you said, has been grounded around the world since March of 2019 after a second deadly accident involving that plane killed a total of 346 people. Now, Boeing says that it has changed software problems and brought in new pilot training programs. U.S. regulators cleared the plane for flight about 2 weeks ago, but other safety agencies, including here in Europe, have yet to follow suit. Shares of Boeing, though, very much welcoming this new order. They're up about 8% today.
Okay, well, thank you very much indeed for bringing us up to speed. Our business editor, Kate Moody, thank you very much indeed. And that is it from me. I'll be back in 2.5 minutes. Don't go away.